You are making the world a better place by listening to the Joy of Living podcast. This is your guide to achieving a more purposeful, powerful, and positive life. Join Barry Shore in unlocking the best version of you and becoming happier, healthier, and wealthier. And now, here's your ambassador of joy, Barry Shore.
Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking because you're always looking for and finding the good. You found good in abundance because you tuned in consciously and conscientiously to the Joy of Living with your humble host, Barry Shore, the ambassador of joy. Notice I didn't say the ambassador of joy. The ambassador of joy. And you tuned in for one reason and one reason only. It's the best reason in the whole world because you care the most, the entire world, about you, Y-O-U. And that's great, by the way, because when you become the best you make the world a better place. You build more bridges of harmony. You create more joy, happiness, peace, and love in the world. We are deeply humbled and honored that you're always urging your family and friends to join the show and listen. And we're over 500,000 people listen every single week. And by the next few months, we'll be over 1 million because I have 25,000 people coming all the time because you're sharing this with 5 people. That's all I ask, 5 people. You want to share with 50 or 100? Great, but at least 5. That way we touch millions of people around the world. As you know, in this show, we discuss the 3 fundamentals of life. And when you use these 3 fundamentals, the result is you'll be happier, healthier, and wealthier. 3 fundamentals are, number 1, life. Your life has purpose. You lead a purpose-driven life. You go MAD. Now, MAD is a wonderful acronym that stands for make a difference. Lead a purpose-driven life. Number 2, you go MAD, make a difference. Number 3 is to unlock the power and the secrets of everyday words and terms. Simple example. Right now, this is carried around the world, of course. And if you ask anybody, what does www stand for? Invariably, it stands for the internet. Factually speaking, they're correct. However, in our world, the world of the positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, www stands for what a wonderful world. And what is the word, right? WHATA. And a big thank you and a tip of the hat to Satchmo, Louis Armstrong, for enabling that song, What a Wonderful World, to go viral and touch not just millions or tens of millions, but billions of people around the planet. Whenever you hear the opening bars of what a wonderful world, what do you do right away? You can't help it. You smile. Now, smile is one of the most important words you could ever internalize, utilize, and leverage in your life because smile stands for seeing miracles in life every day. That's right, seeing miracles in life every day. Let me tell you a quick story. It's about me. Imagine if you can, I'm standing up in the morning, completely healthy and hearty, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. And in the evening, I'm in the hospital, totally, completely paralyzed from my neck down. And it was not an automobile accident. It wasn't a spinal injury. It was a rare disease that took over my body and rendered me what's called quadriplegic. Nothing in the body moved. I can only communicate by blinking my eyes. I was 144 days in the hospital. I was in a hospital bed in my own home for 2 years. I couldn't move. I was in a wheelchair for 4 years. I had braces on both my legs, my hips, my ankles. That was progress. Thank God today I'm able to be vertical and ambulatory with the help of a 7-foot walking wand. So I'm a triped, not a biped. Can't walk up a stair by myself. Can't walk up a curb by myself. I have help 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. However, you hear my voice. Positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant comes one word. Smile. Seeing miracles in life every day. Now, I got to tell you, I'm privileged to speak to millions of people around the world through the podcast. I also recently did an in-person here locally where I live in Henderson, Nevada, outside of Las Vegas. We have 1,127 people. And I'm telling you the story about Barry Shore and talking about seeing miracles in life. And some people raise their hand and say, hey, Barry Shore, I've been up for hours where I haven't seen any miracles. And I ask them, are you here? Can you hear? Can you stand still? I can't do that. Can you walk? I'd be able to do that. Do you have water to drink? Do you have food? Do you have a place to sleep? Do you have family? Do you have friends? Every single one of those is a miracle. Miracle. And what's the proof? Simple as proof. 1 million people didn't get out of bed this morning. You know why? They died. by definition, if you're watching or you're listening, you didn't. You have an obligation to live life to the full. And you're going to meet somebody in just a couple of minutes that lives life to the full. Overflowing, actually. She's so amazing. Wonderful Meaghan. So just before we bring her on, I want people to understand that what we're talking about here is something that my niece came to me with. She says, 8-year-old, Uncle Barry, can we spell smile S-M-I-E-L? I thought about it. Why not? I asked her, how come? She says, because I know it stands for seeing miracles in everyday life. Out of the mouth of an 8-year-old. What was she doing? She was creating the kind of world that she wants to live in. Now, CREATE is a wonderful acronym that stands for causing rethinking, enabling all to excel. That's right. It's about a shift in perspective. You got to keep your F in place so the other stuff happens. Shift in your perspective, internalize, utilize, and leverage the 6 most important words you'll ever learn. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. How you choose to respond in any given situation will determine your path in life and your trajectory. So before we bring on wonderful Meaghan, I just want to warn everybody, I use a lot of 4-letter words. I even use the 4-letter FU word, and I do it because of the shock value. Now, of course, the 4-letter words that we use, because we live in the world of the positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, are love, life, hope, play, free, gift, swim. And the 4-letter FU word is fun. Fun, that's right. FU, capital N, capital N. Now, some people raise their hand and say, Barry, sure. Fun's only spelled with 3 letters. Not in our world. In our world, FU, capital N, capital S. After the show, point your finger, twinkle in your eyes, smile on your face. Say, everybody, FU. Remember to add capital N, capital N. So where'd you get that? I was listening to Barry Shore. I heard Meaghan. Wait till you hear this. You get their attention. Now you can share with them. And before we bring on amazing Meaghan, I want to urge everybody to use the 2 most powerful words in the English language 3 times a day for the rest of your life. These 2 words are thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks stands for to harmonize and nurture kindness. Kind stands for keep inspiring noble deeds. I can't think of anybody right now that I want to share with that inspires noble deeds more than wonderful Meaghan B. Murphy. Meaghan, please say hello to 519,722 people around the world.
Yay. Hey, everybody.
By the way, yay is her signature. Now, yay, my dear beloved Meaghan, is an acronym that stands for You Awaken Youth.
Oh, I like that. I love your acronyms. That's a good one.
That's yours. I share it with you willingly.
I love it.
Now, if I tell everybody what Meaghan is all about in her CV and such, take the rest of the show. I'm going to only mention 3 things because they're important. One is that she's an HEUP, yay person. What? HE, high energy, UP, upbeat personality, and yay, you awaken youth. That's one of the things. The other thing is, she's an editor. She's a writer. She's a podcaster. She's been a television, a radio. I mean, this woman is the essence of giving. And she's the editor of a great magazine, historic magazine in America called Women's Day, which we'll talk about. And a great book that she just published, which we're going to talk about in depth. And the people from Oprah Daily said, it will make you feel good at the turn of every page. Your fully charged life. And she's also, in her own words, something called a cancer previvor, which I think I understand, but you'll tell us. So anyway, here's the best part of Meaghan, married with 3 kids and a dog. And I just found out she knows how to snowshoe. So for those of you living around the world, look up snowshoe and understand what it is, how you do it, and such like that. It's so fun, and she does it. It's amazing. So first of all, Meaghan, thank you for being here.
Yay, I'm excited to be here.
Okay, let's dive in. I'd like to know, first of all, I want to talk about the book. I want to know what a previvor is.
Sure. Okay. So my mother had breast cancer twice. I lost my father to pancreatic cancer I had some scares and some biopsies, so I had some genetic testing, and then I realized I was a carrier of a CHEK2 genetic variant that made me at incredibly high risk for breast cancer, especially with my family history. So I had a preventative double mastectomy.
Okay, let's unpack something here.
Sure.
And again, for the worldwide audience, and we have people listening and doing things from Nepal, from Baluchistan, from the Congo, and the regular places that you think around America and such like that. So because you did your history, you recognized the risk.
Yes.
And doctors said the best way to attack this is in a preventative way.
Yes. Yes. And I was going in for testing, like I would have a mammogram, then I would have a follow-up sonogram, then I would have a breast MRI. And honestly, I have 3 children. I had watched my father die. I had watched my mother deal with cancer. I had watched my mother-in-law deal with cancer. Everyone in my family, all the females on my mother's side of the family had dealt with breast cancer. And for me, it was just a very simple choice to be able to deal with it on my own terms. And I was very grateful to be able to take action and to make a decision before my body made a decision for me.
Okay, I want to urge everybody to understand something. Meaghan, I am humbled and honored that you're here with us today. You hear that? Look at that smile, everybody. If you're watching, you see a beam. She's the original. She is a beamer. People sometimes.
I did my aura. It's a rainbow.
Okay, double, by the way. So I'm so happy, really touched that you're here and sharing this. And it's so instructive for people around the world who are leaning in and understanding what you just said. On my terms, taking action.
Yeah.
Because that is the hallmark of the winner. Am I correct?
You know, it's for me, sitting around waiting for life to happen is not something I'm capable of doing. And, you know, especially having seen my family suffer so much through cancer, to be able to have this privilege to make this choice. And like, frankly, it wasn't an easy surgery. It wasn't an easy recovery. It was a long haul, but like at the end of the day, I feel like, wow, I am so grateful that I got to make that decision. And like you, from having to go through a body trauma like that, I mean, the recovery had some complications. It was very difficult. I appreciate movement, my ability to wake up. I like wake up with such gratitude because of what I get to do. The fact that I get to go snowshoeing or be outside in the fresh air or walk my dog or go to a bar method class, like, what a privilege, what a gift. And when you've been on the other side of that and not been able to lift your arms over your head or not been able to walk outside for 6 weeks, like, wow, how lucky.
Yes, how lucky. Let me share with you another great acronym because you used the word gift.
Yeah.
GIFT stands for Godly Inspiration Facilitating Transformation.
I believe that truly. Yes. I've had a lot of gifts in my life.
Yes. And I'm honored and happy to tell people, and that's why at the beginning of the show I mentioned, as am I. I mean, I still can't get up from this chair because I'm basically paralyzed below the waist. However, look at my arms. Look, I move. I was a quad.
Yeah. You turn pain into purpose, you make your mess your message. There's so much healing in all of that. And like, I really get your joy. Like, I get it. Like, I know where it comes from. I get it.
By the way, joy stands for journey of you.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we each have our own joy, and now you know where it comes from. It's the essence of the being, the journey. So I'm going to delve into something. I want to talk about the book, and I want to talk about it in conjunction with Women's Day, because everybody knows chronologically I'm 77.
Yep.
Okay, so I've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, not as long as Women's Day. Interestingly enough,
Women's Day has been around since 1937.
Right.
You know, at one point we sold 20 million copies on newsstands. It was the #1 selling magazine in the United States. Like, you know, it has a rich history. I'm very proud to have been the editor-in-chief for the past 6 years.
What, for those of people who've never heard of it or don't know, because it's a crowded world today. It's
Yeah.
a competitive world in terms of attention. However, Women's Day is there. It's still part of our ecosystem, what I call the ecosystem of good. And I did a little research, and it looks like still hundreds and hundreds of thousands, 682,000 published, 250,000 almost digital. That's a lot of people because each person really is 5 people. Isn't that true?
I think there's a lot of like passed down, like, it's like the magazine touches 10 hands in the doctor's office or 15 hands at the nail salon. I mean, we have a pretty deep reach. We have a very devoted and engaged audience. And when I took over 6 years ago, my mission really was to give people happy makers to put on the calendar, to help people find the yay in every day, and to really celebrate life through great recipes, excuses to be positive and happy, great health information. It's a very joyful magazine. There's a little yay flag hidden on every cover. It's a very joyful experience. And that was what I had come from Good Housekeeping. I was the executive editor there for 7 years. And when I started it at Women's Day, it really was, I felt I was at a different point in my life. It was the start of the pandemic. And I said, you know what? People just need like happiness. They need excuses to punctuate these really dark days with moments of levity and light. And if we're going to celebrate a national day and be happy that we can eat s'mores and be glad that chocolate and graham crackers and marshmallows found each other, then yay. And I'm going to give you that recipe.
Wait a minute. Chocolate, graham crackers, and marshmallows. Oh my God. You're right. Let's use one of your words. Excuses to be happy. Yeah, because, and by the way, that's, again, I grew up in a household, so chronologically I'm older than most people listening. Most people here are under the age of 35. They don't even sometimes know what I'm talking about, so I have to actually spell it out. So I have a mother, and I have 2 sisters. So Women's Day was in the house, and of course you couldn't go to any office and not see it. Okay, those things have changed, except maybe a nail salon, things like that. However, it is the magazine of, wow, that's interesting, that tidbit, that little piece that puts a little pep in the step. Isn't that right?
Yeah, and I mean, I think the thing that's still so beautiful about a magazine is that the information is vetted. I mean, everything still goes through research and copy editing, and it's not like just something you slap up on the internet and that, maybe is or isn't true. And if you get flack, you just take it down. No, like print is forever. So when I put something in print, it really has to stand for something, and it has to be vetted information that's the best of the best.
Okay, that's a very interesting and important insight that I presumed, but I'm glad you articulated it.
Yeah.
Because it is different than what we have today. Let's be blunt. Today's world is, to say short attention span is not even what we're talking about. We're talking about the ability to, like you said, slap dash, put something up. Whether it's true or not, okay, big deal.
I have 3 kids, teenagers, and I'm like, TikTok doesn't make it true. That's TikTok true. That doesn't necessarily mean it's true. I mean, I think like that is the beauty of Women's Day, and the beauty of a print product like Women's Day is that, man, a lot of heart, effort, and smarts go into putting those pages together.
So I want to go in depth. We have a break coming up, but I want to begin the process. I am fascinated by the ability to publish a magazine. Because, like you said, it doesn't happen just because you say, "Oh, we got an idea, let's put it there." It takes time to vet it. You're publishing a monthly.
No, so that the business has changed so dramatically. There are very few monthly magazines anymore. I do 6 print issues a year, so I'm bi-monthly.
Okay, so you're a buy.
Yep. And most people are. I mean, I think some magazines are only printing 4 issues a year, 2 issues a year. I mean, I think it's fewer, better issues is really kind of the mandate.
So I didn't know that. I'm glad to know that now. Now it makes it even better than what you said about vetting and understanding. Mm-hmm. So we have sponsors that love our show. We wouldn't have them on if we didn't think they're worthy of your time and attention. Don't go away. Meaghan B. Murphy will be right back after this brief message. This is fabulous. Thank you.
Hello, skincare connoisseurs. If you think you have tried everything in skincare, you are going to love what I am about to tell you. I'm pharmacist Benjamin I. Fuchs. I'm a dermatology pharmacist. And what I've discovered in my compounding pharmacy after decades of working with patients with skin traumas and skin diseases is the missing link in skincare is topical essential nutrition. And because of this missing link, we're not maximizing the potential of topical skincare. We're leaving skin beauty and skin health on the table. And that's why I formulated my Truth Treatments. Listen, the skin's an organ. It needs and wants and craves nutrients, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, fatty acids, and plant-derived minerals, and now it can get them in super high concentrations in my Truth Treatments. Originally formulated for dermatologists and their patients, now they're available to you. Check them out today at truthtreatments.com, and I know you are going to love the truth.
Good day. Beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good looking people, maybe good looking. She's always looking for and finding the good. Our cup runneth over with good. Her name is Meaghan B. Murphy. And in addition to being a wonderful wife and a mother of 3 children and having a dog and running an empire that touches millions and millions of people through her advocacy for joy and happiness in life. So we talked about being a previvor of cancer, and now we're talking a little bit more about Women's Day magazine. The reason I want to spend some time on this, because first of all, I didn't know that it's every other month, so it means you have more time. It takes almost 2 months to produce the magazine.
Well, but it's also because there's a lot of attention on social media, on digital, creating digital articles, doing press appearances. So like the energy that's not going into those additional issues is going into other mediums. You know, when I started 30 years ago, there was no social media, there was no website, right? I mean, I had a typewriter in my first job. So,
electric or manual?
Always manual. Yeah. So, it's like, as an editor, you have to be so agile and nimble and just sort of adjust to the changing faces of media. So what my job was 30 years ago was very different than what my job is today. I love change because I think it's exciting, and possibility is one of my favorite words. So like all of these changes just create possibility. And I love not necessarily knowing what comes next.
I'm going to speak for hundreds of thousands of people around the world right now. Ready?
Yeah.
We love you. And I want everybody to understand something. Let's play a little game for the moment, okay? So there's an interesting word that I use often when I speak to groups and do in-house discussions with very high-level people. And the word is challenge. Mm-hmm. That's an amazing word, challenge, right? Mm-hmm. What are the challenges that you go through? Everybody has, let's be blunt. And whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, it's challenge. Look at the word challenge, CHALLENGE. Just going to do it very quickly. People can write it down if you want to see something wonderful. If you look at the word challenge, you take the first 3 letters, CHA, the last 3 letters, NGE. Spells what word? Change.
Yeah.
This word gets real fun. Take the 3 letters in the middle, LLE. Let, love, embrace, change.
Love it. Yeah.
That's what you just said.
Yeah. I think change is exciting because I don't ever want to be stagnant. I love the possibility that change represents.
So this P word is a wonderful way of doing a segue into your book. So,
sure.
So be kind enough to hold it up again.
Yeah.
Whoa! You're fully charged live.
I have a matching tattoo.
Oh, with a. By the way, let's be blunt. 30 years ago, you didn't have that tattoo.
No, I had one on my foot though.
Hey, F you, Meaghan.
I live life with a fun filter, so I appreciate your FU.
It works much better also when somebody ever says an FU in the other way, and you just reframe it and say, well, I just heard it as FUNN, so it's great. So here we have this amazing book. So let's ask the two great questions. Why?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you want to have happen with it?
Sure. So I lost my father to pancreatic cancer, and that's a really awful disease. He was diagnosed in August, and he was gone by January. And in that process, I had like sat with him in chemo many times. And like, you know, when you're losing a parent, I mean, the gift of cancer is that you have this time to try on the idea of losing the person you love. So I had this time to sit with him in chemo and ask all the questions, say all the things, talk about what he wanted his legacy to be, how he wanted to be remembered, you know, and in that time, we sort of discussed my trajectory. I had a kind of a tumultuous teen years.
You're normal?
Well, mine were a little more tumultuous than some. I write about it in my book, but I had an eating disorder. I was hospitalized 3 times. I lost my best friend. And I really struggled. And through therapy and a lot of hard work, I really learned how to process a lot of those emotions and that pain, and, you know, really changed my life, and went from being this person who was nicknamed Neggy Meggy and wore a grumpy necklace to somebody who really learned how to prioritize positivity and learn with more optimism and joy and treat myself with grace. You know, and when I was an editor at Cosmo, I really kind of discovered Dr. Martin Seligman and perma theory of wellness. And I really learned how to do happy. I learned how to take Marty's work and really apply it to myself and live differently. And my father really was a cheerleader for that transformation and was like, you got to write a book. And so I vowed to him that I would. And after he died, I had an agent, I had a book proposal, and I was shopping it around within the first year after he passed. And then I got my book deal with Penguin Random House and started writing.
I want to delve deeper with your permission.
Sure.
What is your father's name?
Ray.
R-A-Y?
Yes. Oh, you're going to give me an acronym. Don't make me cry, Barry. Come on.
Okay. Ray. Rejuvenating, awakening, yearning. That was him. What's your family name?
Well, that was very powerful. I never thought about it that way. And you know, it's the 10-year anniversary of his death right now. So that's very powerful.
That's why I was asking when. I'm beginning to cry. It was 10 years.
Yeah.
To have a father, first of all, thank God, in America today, in the world, it's unfortunately, I'm loath to say these words, Meaghan, it's less common than it used to be.
Yeah.
And to have, and a father figure is not a figure. A father is an embodiment of saying, my dear beloved child, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
And that he was a path for you and a cheerleader for you to be able, like you said, to discover Martin Seligman. Again, everything is in the show notes. You don't have to write anything out. Just lean in and experience what we're talking about. It's all there. Go back and listen. And to be able, like you said, to do happy. To go from grumpy to happy.
Well, so I like to call him Marty. We never met, but like I'm obsessed with him. But it was like that so I was assigned this article as a Cosmo editor to write the 7 Secrets of Happiness. And back then there was like no Google, whatever. You had to like get on the phone with researchers and psychiatry departments and whatever, and like really figure out what the heck it was. And his work was transformational for me because it was like, wait a second. Like if I practice gratitude, I can actually be happier. So let me figure out, now I had to figure out how to hack gratitude because I couldn't write a gratitude diary. That's when I came up with this process of finding the yay and finding one thing that made me say yay every day. And it was really a gratitude practice, pausing to appreciate what was good in the world. But when I was really struggling, especially after losing my father, my job was to find one thing that didn't suck every day. That's where I started out. I mean, I really changed my brain by learning to find the yay and learning to practice gratitude. I truly believe gratitude is the absolute secret sauce in life. Grateful people are happy people. They're content people. It's the cure for FOMO. It's the cure for envy. It's the cure for everything. Like if you could make a gratitude pill, the world would be magical.
Well, that's my life's work.
Yeah.
So let's do something for fun. Let's play. Meaghan asked me, Barry, how are you doing?
Barry, how you doing?
Meaghan, I am doing so well that if you put it in a bottle and sniff it, you'd be happy for a year. And I share it with you willingly.
Yeah, I love it.
Because I was given a mission by the good Lord for gratitude when he made me a quadriplegic.
Yeah.
And I had been happy and grateful prior to that.
Yeah.
You're right. It's the G word. I happen to find it very instructive that we use this term G-O-D, God, and the first letter in God's name is G. Because it's
grateful.
Gratitude.
Yeah. Gratitude.
That is the operating system that determines whether or not you're going to be happy. To be grateful.
Yep.
Well, what other people will call the small things. Let's call something small. I'm alive.
That's the biggest small thing ever.
Right. I'm breathing. Somebody
Yeah.
said, I told the other day, somebody said, why you have a big smile, which I do regularly. Why? I said, well, something wonderful happened to me this morning. I said, what? I got out of bed.
Two gifts, open my eyes. Totally.
So you told us the why of the book.
Yep.
What's the what of the book? What is it that you want to see happen with this book that the people at Oprah Daily said, hey, this is something you've got to pay attention to?
So I think my skill set is I've been a magazine editor and a service journalist for 30 years. So I have a skill set where I can distill the science or look at the abstract and give you the news that you're actually going to want to use. I call it sometimes a fun filter. So I can take something scientific and put it into practice. So a lot of what my book is it's sort of a happiness handbook. I make the science accessible for everyone and give you strategies that you can use in real life to move the happiness needle. I teach people how to be happy, but I don't make it painful and I don't make it preachy. I use my own life as a lens for how to employ some of those strategies. I have a whole recharge chapter, which is about moving through grief, how I moved through some of my own grief, how I process some of my own pain. And I give strategies for helping people to do that. I'm also been a wellness expert for many years. And the health charge chapter is like small ways to, be healthier and happier, also scientifically proven, but not painful, not laborious. Like I want to give you micro actions that can have major impact.
Okay, you've heard it. I want to unpack it a little bit because it's lovely. It's lovely. It's loving. It's delicious. At the beginning of the show, we said the reason that people are here is because of the three fundamentals of life. And that the three fundamentals will enable you to be happier, healthier, and wealthier. Who doesn't want that? That is what your book is doing. The charged life. Now, by the way, I really enjoy two P words we've used so far. PP. Well, one P word, possibility. Mm-hmm. When you have a possibility mindset, then things like challenges become opportunities. You move from obligation into opportunity, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you just mentioned this, the other P word, and why am I blanking out? The one you just mentioned was, preachy.
Yeah.
Preachy doesn't work by definition.
Mm-mm.
It's too bad, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And the good thing
And
is,
I like explicitly say, like, please, like, roll your eyes at anything I say that doesn't work for you, doesn't mean anything to you. But if like one thing sticks and it has an impact, then yay, right? Like, I know what worked for me. I'm going to share what worked for me. I'm going to tell you what the science says. I'm going to tell you how I used it. And like, maybe something's going to stick for you and maybe not. And if it's not, roll your eyes, laugh at me. I don't care. But if something sticks and I have an impact, yay.
did you hear her say, yay, yay, you awaken youth? That's what yay stands for. It's yours.
I just turned 50, so I'm happy to awaken any youth. If it awakens some collagen in my face while it's at it, I'd be thrilled.
When was your birthday?
October 28th.
Woo wee.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful age today. How old was your father when he passed away?
66.
Young.
Young.
So
Yeah.
at 50, you know that you're maybe not even halfway. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I want to feel that way. I definitely, I mean, I feel like every day is so precious and tomorrow is never promised. So I try not to think too much about what's ahead and just to try to stay grounded in the present. I always say to my kids, stay in your day, stay in your day.
Yay!
And it rhymes.
Are we having fun yet? I think so.
Always.
Okay. The book is out. It's available.
Yes.
Is it doing? Are you
So
receiving?
it's been out for a while. The paperback. So the book came out in 2021. The paperback came out in 2022. The Audible is me. And it's just been selling ever since. So I'm very proud that it's had some longevity. I love to do speaking and, take it on the road, speak to corporations and schools. It's really meaningful for me to kind of inspire people in those places. But yeah, the book's been around for a while. There's a column even in Women's Day based on some of my research and findings and theories. But yeah, it has a long life, which I'm thrilled about.
Are you getting feedback? Are you receiving any emails or texts or anything that says, Meaghan, this one's for me?
Yeah, so I call it the Yay Team. I've got a lot of readers and fans of the book who always share what kind of resonates with them. And it's fun for me because the book is filled with tips and tricks and strategies and ideas. And I'm always surprised by what really resonates with people. I had coined a term, dopamine dressing, years ago, which is really based on the science of enclothed cognition. Like, dress up to feel up. What you put on your body impacts your mood. And that has really, people have really kind of gravitated toward that concept. And, I hear so much anecdotal stuff of like, look at my outfit, I'm dopamine dressing. And like, you inspired me to dress up to feel up. And I love that.
Okay, I have. You see, those of you watching the show, and we have actually more people, you see that I have this wonderful shirt on. This shirt has a story. First of all, isn't it a great shirt?
Yeah, sail away. I just keep wanting to go, come sail away. Like it's like a yacht rock shirt.
Thank you. This is my dopamine dressing. I mean, I did it purposely for you.
See, I have my T-Rex.
Oh, okay.
But it's hard to see on the. And there's a story behind the T-Rex. It's one of my mascots.
Okay, let's hear it.
After when I was leaving the hospital for my double mastectomy, the surgeon said, you can't raise your arms. You got to keep your arms like this and pretend you're a T-Rex. So when I couldn't lift my arms over my head and I wound up getting lice from my kids and couldn't scratch, so I made the T-Rex my mascot. I bought a cashmere sweater. I baked T-Rex cookies, and my entire recovery, I was just like, I'm a T-Rex, because I know one of the best strategies of resilience is to be able to activate your funny bone and laugh at the hard times. And so, you know, making like a T-Rex really got me through a really rough patch.
Dopamine dressing. Okay. Again, everything's in the show notes. You're going to love to listen to this again. I always urge when we have somebody special, this is special, go back and listen again and just take some notes because you're in control of the time. And the best thing to do is listen to it 3 times because then you're going to really have something that's going to stay with you. See, there's 3 levels of stuff. There's information, there's inspiration, which everybody knows, no matter it's like Chinese foods, you know, you're going to be hungry again in a couple hours. Mm-hmm. And there's the T word, transformation. This is transformational, Meaghan. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we're going to go to a break right now because let me leave you with one thing before we go to the break. I created an acronym for your name. May I share it with you? Meaghan, MEAGHAN, manifesting enthusiasm, awakens generosity, helping all naturally.
Oh my gosh, I put that in the show notes for me? I love that.
We're going to a break. Be right back. There's more Meaghan on the other side. Don't go away. Opportunity. What an opportunity. I'm going to use 2 4-letter words right now. Free gift. Free gift. Yes, you can have a copy of my best-selling book, The Joy of Living, How to Slay Stress and Be Happy, the ebook version for absolutely free. All you have to do is send an email to me, Barry, Barry, at barryshore.com. And in the heading, the subject line, just write free gift. It's as easy as that. This is a life-changing, life-enhancing opportunity. Barry at barryshore.com. You'll be glad you did. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Free gift. Do it now. Take the action. Make it happen right now. Best wishes. Bye. Good day. Beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Maybe good-looking, so I was looking for and finding the good. Found good in abundance. Her name is Meaghan B. Murphy, and she is the distillation of joy, happiness, peace, and love. And she's sharing with us an amazing, journey of you. That's her joy. Let's talk about you have a show. By the way, in addition to everything else, you have an Emmy award-winning show, which we call a feel-good show.
Look.
Well, excuse me. Everybody say that's called an Emmy, EMMY, and it's the show's called My Perfect Day. Mm-hmm. Okay, why? Who? What is it about?
It was a really special reality show that I got to host and produce. We filmed in Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri. And I was like a fairy godmother-like host. And I went into the lives of 6 really deserving special people and gave them their perfect day. Anyone from a wonderful gentleman who was a Special Olympian who won Olympic gold at the Special Olympics, but because of COVID, couldn't celebrate his victory with his family. So we closed down a theater, had an Elvis impersonator, made a movie of his life and invited all his friends and family to watch it. It was really beautiful. It was a man that was working with the unhoused. We gave them $10,000 for gas money because that was their biggest expense. And just, gave them pizza parties for life and just some really special things to celebrate his life and his legacy. Planted a tree for him in his honor and his memory in the park where he started his work, because the most important thing for him was to continue this legacy. So we wanted him to have this forever monument of the good thing he started in the park. Just some of the stories we got to tell. It streams on Very Local. It was the greatest joy of my life to be able to host, produce, and touch those people's lives. And then the stories then also played out in the pages of Women's Day. I went to school for acting, and I was an MTV host in the 90s. So like my true joy and passion is television. I do a lot on the Today Show and Live with Kelly and all of that, but like getting to have my own show was the most exciting thing. And then to have that work recognized with an Emmy was, I mean, I was just blown away.
And you're blowing us away, wonderful Meaghan. Talk about love, baby. Love stands for living on vibrant energy.
No doubt.
That's who you are. I'm loath to say the words I'm about to say. We're coming to a close on our time together. I have 3 quick questions for you. You ready?
Yes.
Number 1, will you come back again?
Sure.
Oh, thank you. Number 2, Meaghan B. Murphy. You have only 80 seconds to answer this question. What is your most fervent desire?
The health of my family. That's all I care about, really. Is I have 3 core values: fun, family, and freedom. I want my family to be happy and healthy. I want us to have fun, and I want to have freedom. I don't want to have constraints around my fun and family.
Thank you. And number 3, may I give you a hug in front of 521,917 people around the world?
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you what HUG stands for. Heartfelt, unlimited giving. 1, 2, oh, actually, I'm going to shift it. Heartfelt, unlimited
Gratitude.
1, 2, 3. And again, remember, you're listening to The Joy of Living with humble host Barry Shaw, the ambassador of joy. You're here because we talk about the 3 fundamentals of life. Number 1, your life has purpose. Listen to Meaghan, your life has purpose. Number 2, lead a purpose-driven life. You go mad. Mad stands for make a difference. Number 3, unlock the power and the secrets of everyday words and terms. You'll be happier, healthier, and wealthier. Learn how to smile, seeing miracles in life every day. My 8-year-old niece says, seeing miracles in everyday life. Create the kind of world you want to live in, like Meaghan just told us, causing rethinking. Listen to what she says. She went from grumpy to gratitude, causing rethinking, enabling all to excel. And remember, use 4-letter words, the ones that we use: positive, love, life, hope, play, free. And tell people that you see after the show, point your finger, smile on your face, and twinkle in your eye, and tell everybody, F you. Remember to add right away, capital N, capital N. So where'd you get that? What are you talking about? And then you can share with them all the wondrous things that we've been talking about today. And remember to use the 3 most powerful words in the English language 3 times, 2 words, 3 times a day, the rest of your life. And these words are thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, wonderful Meaghan. Don't go away. And everybody, we're going to give a blessing to. Ready? Go forth. Live exuberantly. Spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Go mad. Go make a difference. Don't go away.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Joy of Living podcast. Now that's another step towards your healthier, happier, and wealthier life. Never hesitate to do good in the world, no matter what the situation. Join us for another upbeat discussion next time at barryshore.com. And be sure to leave a rating and subscribe to the show to get more conversations like this. And remember to share it with your family and friends too. See you on the next episode.